Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is cloud computing and IoT. Cloud computing and IoT are a very new thing in our life. Suppose, for example, in this era of pandemic, we started using Zoom. Zoom helped us in communicating, in teaching, in one-to-one interaction with the students. This Zoom was based on cloud computing and Internet of Things. Internet of Things is very important nowadays. What is this actually? Sensors are installed in multiple devices and these sensors help the devices connect to each other. For example, suppose in my home there is a Wi-Fi connection, and when I connect my mobile phone with the Wi-Fi and my TV with the Wi-Fi at the same time, whenever I play any video on my mobile phone, then one icon of TV comes. It tells me that whatever I am playing on my mobile phone right now can be played on the TV directly also. How is this possible? Because my mobile phone is not directly connected to the TV. Because of IoT. We both, mobile phone and TVs, we both are connected to the same Wi-Fi connection. That's why it is possible. This is possible because of IoT, Internet of Things. Internet of Things is helping sharing of data on multiple devices which are connected to a direct source. Very easy. For example, shifting of data from mobile phone to TV became easy because both of the devices, mobile phone and TV, were connected with Wi-Fi connection. So, cloud computing and Internet of Things, two very important things, are rapidly replacing the old forms of storage and communication. For storing also, previously storing data, we were using computers. We were using hard disk, CD and pen drive. Now what is happening in the internet? Now so many companies have established their big data center, where by paying some amount of money you can store your file. Means when you are storing files directly on the internet, it is called cloud computing. When you are saving your software directly on the internet, no connection with any hardware. Means suppose my right now my documents are on OneDrive, that is cloud computing. So now if I want to access them from Patna without using this computer which I am using, I can access it. So cloud computing is actually software or data or file or videos which are saved on the internet so that we can retrieve them whenever we want. So for storage, for storing data, now we are using cloud computing, and for communication, for connecting multiple devices, we are using Internet of Things and cloud computing also. For example, Zoom is based on cloud computing. It helps us in communication. So these two systems emerge as the most preferred means to collect and share data now. They are most preferred now for collection of data, means for saving data, and for sharing of data, for giving data to someone. For example, I typed my questions in Word document and I shared it using a link on OneDrive to all the students. So here I am sharing data to the students. This way, in a more responsive and smarter manner, I am doing both the things. In this chapter, we are going to learn about these two technologies in detail, means cloud computing and IoT. As per the syllabus, we are going to study only cloud computing. IoT will be there in class 8. So we will discuss only cloud computing. So let's see what is cloud computing. I just told you, if I save my file, my videos, audio, everything on the internet directly without any connection with my computer, then it is called saving on the cloud. So what is cloud computing? So the practice of delivering computer services means for giving the services of the computer. For example, server service where we save data. Okay. Storage service, storing of data. Databases where our tables and files are saved. Networking, connecting computers together. For software also, suppose we can put our software also on cloud. For analytics means data research, working on data. For analyzing data also, and for intelligence also over the internet, we are using cloud services. And this is delivering services means server, storage, database, networking, software analytics and intelligence, everything over the internet is called cloud computing. In class 6 there was a chapter, in this chapter Google Drive was given. We all used Google Drive, and one feature of Google Drive called Google Forms to take your exams or your test. Okay, that was also cloud, means on the internet your form was getting created, and on the internet only it was taking the test also. The data was also saved on the internet. So Google Drive is one such cloud computing service available on the internet. It is available free of cost. Cloud is increasingly being used now. Why? Because whenever I am on cloud, I can easily have my data wherever I am. For example, right now my files which I usually use, they are on the cloud.
Charge phone at
So that
5:30.
Okay, so these files are there on the drive on the cloud. So whenever I am in another city also, from there also I can get it. So it is very easy for me to get the file whenever I want. So for public and private network, both, it is providing services over both public network and private network, means government agencies also and private companies also, both are using it. When we are talking about network, it means network which is private also, means network where only limited people have access. Suppose in a company, there also we are using cloud services. And public network where all can connect. For example, internet is a public network. There also we are using cloud computing. Now in this cloud computing, there is a hardware, that is the hard drive. Big hard drives are there which save data. We have connection also, we have software also, so many things are there. So the integration of so many things, the integration of a set of hardware, integration of a set of networks means connections, multiple storage devices or hard disks combined together, multiple interfaces are, for example, right now I am working on this computer. So this screen on which I am working, I am getting so many options, these options are there. This is the interface. You use mobile phone, so mobile phone's screen is your interface, user interface, where you can touch and then you can use. So multiple interfaces are there in cloud computing, and multiple services, all of these are combined together, deliver different aspects of this cloud computing as a service. So either we provide hardware, means space to save something on the internet, we provide networks, connections also. So this all of these things combined together is called cloud. Cloud is not actually the cloud which rains. Okay, cloud actually means everything is on the internet. Nothing is there in the computer of the person. That is cloud. So word cloud here actually is used as a metaphor, not a real meaning. In figure 9.1 you can see cloud as a metaphor. Your laptop is there, servers, desktops, all of these things. And this is actually the infrastructure. Everything, content, collaboration, communication, queue, infrastructure, object storage, everything is there. So this is actually our cloud, which is having all the services on the internet only. No need to go anywhere. Just directly connect to internet and use it. When we use traditional method of saving data is what? Saving data in hard drive, pen drive. When we use traditional methods of sharing data, means sharing audio, sharing video, sharing photograph, what we do? We send the email, we send WhatsApp messages. This is the way we usually share our data. What happens actually? The data should be there in my computer, then I can attach it, then I can send it using email. So this traditional method is now become old. Now instead of having the data in my computer which we will attach using email, I can directly have a link of the data and I can share with the person whom I want to share. So these traditional methods has become a past. They have become old. Now very less people are using it with the coming of the cloud. Cloud has made so many things very easy. Checking photographs, you can directly open the photograph and you can check it on the internet. Album, you can easily update your status instantly. For example, nowadays these companies like Facebook or Instagram, they are also using cloud services so that everything is on the internet. Your photos are on the internet, your videos are on the internet. Directly you can post anything, no problem. Previously everything was on the computer of Facebook, so it was a little bit slow. Now everything is on the cloud, means on the internet, so direct connection is there. It becomes very fast, so instantly we can do anything. Once a data is uploaded on the internet, either file, photo, video, it remains there forever because every time internet is connected to the world, so it remains there for forever. Even if you delete it from your device, it will remain on the internet, means on the cloud. So you can have access of it whenever you want. That is the benefit of cloud. For example, one more thing you can see. Right now I am having access of your book. That is also online. You can see by just opening the website of the company which provides the book to the school. I am having all the contents of this book right now here in my computer directly from the internet. Whenever I want, I can open it. So that is also cloud computing. Have you ever checked your account balance or bank balance over the internet? We usually do this. It means that now banks are also using cloud computing. Means all of your data is always available on the internet, not in the computers of the bank. If it is in the computers of the bank, you can access it till 5 p.m. After that, when they will switch off their computer, you will not be able to access them. So it means that the data of the banks are also on the cloud, means on the internet. So here also we make use of cloud computing. Cloud computing is also used for taking backup. Suppose I have a very important file in my computer I want to create one more copy so that if this one which is in my computer gets deleted or gets corrupted, I will get it back. So what I will do, I will save a copy on the internet, that is on the cloud. For recovering our data, suppose my file which was very important, I saved it in backup on the internet, this file on the computer got deleted. So I can recover or download my data again from the cloud. I can stream audio and video. Right now YouTube is live streaming so many things, that is also on cloud. On Zoom also we are streaming audio and video also using cloud. Directly from the internet we can run them, means we can stream them. We can create cloud native applications, means app or software that can directly work on cloud, means all the software's data, all the apps data and all the software that it is using will be on the internet. So it will make it very fast and it will make it available 24/7. Testing of application and making application. Testing of app. Okay. Whenever we create any app, we test them also. After some time, we test them to see if they are working properly or not. That is called testing, beta testing. Every company hires some people after making an app to test if the app is working properly or not. That testing can also be done online, means on the cloud. For making applications, previously we were using softwares. These softwares were on my computer, but now directly on the internet I can write the code and I can create applications or app. I can directly analyze the data, means I can create chart of data. I can get some information from the data. For example, data of all the students of this school is saved on cloud of school tree. So if I want to analyze the data to check how many students have got more than 90, I do not need to tell the company to give me the data. No, the data is totally available on the school tree cloud and I have access because I am a teacher of the school. So I can directly analyze the data, who has got more than 90, who has got less than 90. For embedding intelligence, means artificial intelligence in any app or any software, directly we can put the machine learning algorithm, we can directly put the AI algorithm on the device using internet, and we can deliver the software online. Previously, if we wanted to do something, we had to buy the software, then we were able to do something. But now, suppose I want to convert my PDF file to Word file. So then I had to buy a software from the market and then I had to convert. But now directly by just opening one website, I can directly convert my PDF file into Word online. So because the software which converts PDF to Word is available online, means on the cloud, no need to buy it now. What is the history of cloud computing? In this table 9.1, the evolution of cloud computing, where it started, what are the things which happened in cloud computing, and where we are right now in the era of cloud computing, this phase where we are, what we have achieved till now. We will track the whole history of cloud computing. In 1960s, in the early 1960s, the concept of time sharing was introduced by the computer scientist John McCarthy. John McCarthy is seen as the father of artificial intelligence. What is time sharing? Previously, what was happening? Previously, when I was using a computer, so I was able to work only on one app at a time. I was not able to use multiple apps at a time because CPU was only able to share its resources, its computing power with only one app at a time. But then came the concept of time sharing. In time sharing, the CPU can share its resources like computing power, memory with multiple devices at the same time. So a mainframe computer could be simultaneously used by several systems, means several apps, due to this technology. This was the beginning of the internet also, because in internet multiple devices can access the internet at the same time. Suppose I am watching a video from YouTube, I think at the same time thousands of people are also watching the same video. So every person is getting this data. This was because of time sharing. So this was not only the beginning of internet, it was also the beginning of cloud computing, because in cloud computing also we are sharing the data with multiple people at the same time. Then 1962-1964, J.C.R. Licklider put forward, he introduced the concept of intergalactic computer network. Means he wanted to connect all the computers all over the world, not in any organization, not in any city, but all over the world, with a vision to interconnect everyone on the globe, everyone on the internet, and enable them to access data, means access document from anywhere at any time. Suppose there is a software which is saved in the computer of a person in America, I can directly access it. At the same time, if I want to get a file from the computer of someone who is in Patna, who is in Delhi, then also I can have access to it. That was the computer network which was connecting all the computers all over the world. There is a second phase in cloud computing. Then in 1970, the virtualization software was introduced. Now, because of this virtualization software, more than one operating system could be run simultaneously, means at the same time, in any isolated environment. Means if I want to run Windows 7 and Windows 10 at the same time, then I can run it in any isolated, means a different environment. That was also one good thing. Means in a server, in a data center on the cloud, now you are able to use multiple operating system at the same time. Mobile's operating system, Android, computer's operating system like Windows 7, Windows 10, at the same time you can run them. So it was very easy to give services to all of these operating system at the same time, because all were running at the same time simultaneously. Then in 1997, Dr. Ramanath Chelappa, he coined the first definition of cloud computing. Means what will be the meaning of cloud computing, what will it do. He defined it, he told us about it in Dallas, America. In this definition, he told that the cloud computing will be a computer paradigm, means it will be a part of computer science, where the boundaries of computing will be determined by economic rationale other than technical limits. Means where what you want to do, means what will be your boundary of computing, will be not limited, will be unlimited. What you can do on the internet will not be limited, it will be unlimited. No technical limits will be there, but economic rationale will be there, because it will charge money. So it will depend on what amount of money you can spend, but no technical limit will be there. Means everything you will be able to do online, everything in this cloud computing, saving of data, sharing of software, working on software, making application, everything will be possible. Then in 1999, a very big company, Salesforce, it started a means of delivering its applications over the internet. Means previously it was selling its software You have to buy the software, then install the software in your computer, then you were able to do this. Now what it did, it delivered all of its applications or software over the internet. Means you don't need to buy them, install them, you can directly access them from the internet. So for the first times, applications could be delivered directly using internet via simple website. This was the first company which started delivering services online. Then in the year 2006, Amazon launched its Elastic Compute Cloud. Whatever websites we are making on the internet, whatever spaces we are using on the internet, most of these spaces are provided by Amazon company. We think that Amazon is selling only cloth and different things. No, Amazon is selling online space. That is the biggest business of Amazon company, called Amazon Web Services, AWS. That is the biggest work of Amazon company. It is selling cloud space. Suppose I want less cloud space, so they will give me in less amount. If I want big cloud space for having my data, so they will charge me a big amount. That is a new name, but the previous name was Elastic Compute Cloud, EC2. Okay, using which people could access a computer and run their application on the internet. Right now also using AWS, Amazon Web Services, you can access any computer directly, means any server directly, and you can run your app on the internet directly. YouTube is directly running on the internet, and so many apps are running on the internet directly. So that was the coming of selling of online space by companies for those who want to buy and save their data online. They also launched one more service called Simple Storage Service, S3. Here in this simple storage service, they were providing you server space online to save your document, video, audio. And it was a very good method. They introduced the pay as you go model. Means if you are using the internet, if you are using the space, suppose I have a file of 10 MB. So I have bought a space of suppose 1 GB. So no use, all 10 MB file I am having. So pay as you go means if you are using 10 MB, then you have to pay for 10 MB. If you are using 500 GB, you have to pay for 500 GB. If you are using 10 GB, you have to pay for 10 GB only. So very flexible. You do not need to buy a particular space of 100 GB or 200 GB. Whatever space you want, you can take. The space that you will take will be charged only. Suppose I have right now only 10 MB files, I will be charged for 10 MB only. If in future I save a file of 1 GB, I will be charged for 1 GB. Now users and industries, we all of us use this service even today, and this service is now called Amazon Web Services. In the year 2013, the LaaS, a type of cloud service, it became the fastest growing market service all over the world. So cloud became popular. I told you in the year 2006, Amazon launched its Elastic Compute Cloud, and then it was introduced as Simple Storage Service. It was renamed as Amazon Web Services in the year 2014, and it introduced serverless computing. Means do not need to get any space directly, you can have access. Without buying any server space, you can have access. Whatever space you will take, you have to pay for it only. This gave rise to cloud native computing. Means directly computing was established on the cloud. People were not using any computer now, directly on the internet they were doing things. Now cloud computing needs one more thing, big data center where big hard drive should be there, good internet connectivity, then only suppose I have my file saved in on drive on cloud and I am not able to access it from Patna because the net is very slow, so of no use. Right now, people in villages are not using cloud services directly, because if they will access their data from somewhere else, what will happen? There will be a problem of network and internet. So connectivity is a big problem. So when connectivity started becoming good, when connectivity was strong, then cloud computing became popular. The cloud computing technology progressed significantly in 2019. Today, cloud native computing is playing an important role in IT sector, in the IT ecosystem. Software, data, files, everything is now available on cloud. However, this is not a time to stop for the cloud services. The cloud computing technology continues to evolve, and they are changing themselves. Now, what is the difference between cloud computing versus traditional web hosting? So let's see what is the difference between these two. Generally, all the website files, suppose this is a website, okay, Avartan. So all the files of Avartan, means this book, this ebook, or any other book, some photos of the company, some videos of the company, are stored at a web hosting company, means the company which is providing internet space, for example GoDaddy or Amazon Web Services. Okay, every website comprises of files, either video file, audio file, photo, ebook. Okay, these are stored on a server. Suppose right now Avartan has bought server from any company, either GoDaddy or Amazon Web Services, or so many other companies are there. So files are stored on server of any company with a web host. The company is hosting it, so that company is a web host. When the user makes a query with the domain name, when I wrote www.avartan.in, so I am the user, I made a query with the domain name. Domain name means the name of the website, www.avartan.in. The browser, right now I am using Chrome browser, my browser will try to fetch these files from the web host, means from the server where it was saved. Now, what is a problem, a big problem in this traditional web hosting? That it can be either dedicated or shared. So what is the difference between these two? Dedicated and shared. Suppose I want the company to give me 100 GB of space, and I will be the sole owner of this 100 GB. Whatever I use 5 GB, 10 GB, 20 GB, whatever I want. But that 100 GB will only be totally dedicated for me. The server which is having this space will be totally dedicated for me. So in dedicated web hosting, what happens? It is a web hosting environment, place, in which server is dedicated, the server which is having the space is dedicated to a single business customer only, means 100 GB space only for me. So all the dedicated resources, means space or any other thing, are only for a single business. Now problem comes here. Suppose I have about 100 GB and I am having a very small business online and I am using only 10 GB. So I am wasting my money on this 90 GB of extra and I have to pay for it. So it will be very costly for me. So what we are doing right now, suppose one company is offering 100 GB, so we say that we are not able to buy 100 GB, so what we will do, we will share it with this 100 GB with multiple companies at the same time. I will also buy some space, some other person will buy also some space, like this. So most of the small and medium sized businesses, those who are not having a use of big spaces, they have shared hosting. Okay, so limited storage is shared with multiple users at the same time. They pay for limited storage space on one server, and this space, suppose 100 GB or 50 GB, they are sharing these resources with so many other websites. The hosting company is managing all of these things. Means how much space is used by which company, how much space is used by which company, how to maintain these spaces. If any company wants to increase the space, how to do this. Suppose I am now having data of 15 GB. I was previously using 10 GB on shared basis. So to increase my space, this work will be done by the company which is giving me the web hosting. And any update. So thus we can say shared hosting is a cost efficient and low maintenance service where you do not need to pay for all of the space. You need to pay for that much which you are using, but it will be restricted. Suppose right now I am using 10 GB, so 10 GB is shared. 15 GB, 15 GB is shared. Now there are a few drawbacks, some limitations, some disadvantages of this traditional hosting, either dedicated hosting or shared hosting, especially in shared hosting. Suppose I was using the CBSE website 2 days before, and what happened? The website got crashed. What is the problem? Because they were having shared hosting. So in shared hosting, they applied for suppose 10 GB of data and 20,000 user at the same time. Okay, not more than that. So what happened? More than 20,000 users, then the website got crashed. Okay, that is the big problem. Increase in the traffic will decrease the workability of the website. One more thing, if you are on shared computer, then if one website is using more space, more speed, then your speed will get reduced. So increase in traffic of other website on the same server which we are sharing, it will slow down our own website. So we are not using it constantly, others are using it constantly, but I am having effect because I am sharing the resources with them. On the other hand, if the traffic to your website is increasing, more users are coming, it may be limited by the amount of storage space. Suppose I thought that now 10,000 people will be using my website, so I should buy 15 GB. But what happened? More users came, but my storage space was limited. My user space was limited. If the traffic increased on my website, then it became limited to the server space. The amount of storage is limited. In case the other sites on the server face security issue or data breach problem, someone hacks into it, or any other performance related issues like speed, connectivity, so it will bring down your site also. Your site will not be working. So if you are now hosting service and suppose 10 companies are using the same database, same server space on a shared basis, so if one company gets hacked into, all the companies will get hacked into. So all the companies will face security issues. All the companies' websites will be down. One more thing, 10 companies are using the same server on shared basis. If the server fails, all the companies will stop working. So if the server itself undergoes failure, all the sites which are sharing the server space on it will be affected. On the other hand, if you are using cloud hosting services, it provides you a different infrastructure as a service. So it's called IaaS, where the host means the company which is giving you the server space, the internet space, it maintains the necessary hardware what is needed. The user does not need to invest in any server hardware. You just need to connect your computer to the internet. No need to buy any extra hardware. The only thing you have to pay is for the services that you use. Suppose at one time I was using 15 GB, then it was okay, and when my user increased and automatically on the same day now my users are accessing it and I need 50 GB of space, automatically the space will get increased. Means it will be elastic, not limited. Okay, not 10 GB, not 15 GB. Sometimes it will increase, sometimes it will decrease, no problem. Either space increase or decrease, the company will provide it, and for the time for which I am using it, it will charge. So they only have to pay for the services they are using. So cloud hosting services are actually offering you scalability. If usage increased, you can scale your business, increase your data, increase your people online. But traditional web hosting cannot provide this service. So this virtual space, means internet space, server space, is provided to the user on demand. Suppose today CBSE has to release the results. So CBSE needs a big space today. So automatically when users will increase, automatically the space will increase. No need to tell anyone that I want this much space. So on demand user will pay accordingly, and this virtual space will scale, means increase. So infrastructure as a service, IaaS, is one of the types of cloud services. We have some questions. Types of cloud services. I just told you infrastructure as a cloud service is a type of cloud service. So many types of cloud services are there. So cloud services can be broadly classified, means we can classify them into four categories based on their deployment, how they are deployed, means how the cloud services are given to the company, to the software, who is based on the ownership. Also we can classify them based on their size, how much size it is offering, and how much access, means direct access or indirect access, or how much they can access. So based on that we can classify them. For the four different types of cloud services based on their deployment, means based on their ownership, based on their size, based on their access, are public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. So let's see them one by one. Public cloud. In every of these cloud we are talking about internet space, means server space, okay, online space. Public cloud is clouds owned and operated by third party service provider, means directly you are not getting it. Any third company, any third party is providing you this service. So clouds are owned by a third company, and service provider is also a third company. So the cloud owner, means the company which is working it, have the software, they own the software, they own the hardware, and any other infrastructure like wire or any other thing, they are owning it. The client accesses and manages the account by using a web browser. Means you will be given an account. Suppose my account is with this name and this password. I will open the website of that company which is providing me the cloud service, and there I will log in, like we log in email, and then I will be starting using this service. It can be used by anyone and anywhere over the internet. If you have the ID and password, you can directly use it. So space is totally available. So for example, you remember just email facility. So email provider is a third party company. You will be given ID and password and you can access your email. Likewise, for accessing your internet space cloud, you will be given ID and password and you can use it. So this third party company is providing you all of these things, and everything, software, hardware, and everything is of that company. So here it is public, available to all the companies all over the world. Every company can buy it. Private cloud. Some companies think about their data very much. So whatever data they are providing on the internet, they are thinking about it. What to provide, what not to provide. If you are providing all the data, then someone can hack it also. So they always go for private cloud. So every person cannot use it. It is restricted to some people only. Cloud computing services which are used by only a single organization, single company, is called private cloud. Okay, so it is not sold to all the companies, everyone cannot buy it. Now what companies are doing, for example Google's private cloud is what? Google have a very big data center in America where all of the videos that we are uploading, we are sharing on YouTube is available. So it is only restricted, this data center is only for the YouTube, not for any other company. So this cloud may be physically located on the organization's data center, on-site data center. For example, YouTube's data center, Google's data center. Means only the Google company can use the data center. In some cases, sometimes it may be hosted by a third party service providers, but that is always not possible. Suppose any third party company is having iSpace, suppose 1 lakh GB of data center, and I will buy the whole data center. I will not share it with anyone. Only this cloud is available for me. I am only buying it. So in a private cloud, services and infrastructure are maintained by the company only. Means everything, every hardware will be bought by the company, software also by the company, wires also by the company. No third person will be there. Okay, if third person is there, then also the third person will not be handling the cloud services. Means no third person will be having any access. Suppose there was a data center in New York in a big house. So there was a third party provider, but I told them that I want to buy this data center for 1 year. So for 1 year, all the software, infrastructure, hardware, wire, I will maintain. No one from that company will come. This will make the data safe. No third person can have access of that data. The centralization of the organization's resources makes it very easy for various departments to access the data at the same time. Suppose we have a data center in one college. So all the department, whether the English department or the Hindi department or any other department, computer science department, psychology department, all will have access of that data. So all the person in the organization can make use of that data. No one from outside can come and use it. Hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is combination of both public cloud and private cloud. It uses a technology that makes it possible to share and move data and application between these two clouds. Means if you want it to be private, totally private, you can move it to the private space. If you want it to be public, no problem, data is not that much important, so I can save it where others are also saving it, no problem. For example, in my computer, suppose my brother is also saving my file, saving his files, so I don't have any problem, I can have it. But if I am so much conscious, so I will allow only me to use the space hard disk of this computer. So that will be private cloud. But if I am I am giving this access to others also and I don't have any problem, so that will be public cloud. In a hybrid, both are there, public and private. So when I want to make it private, no one can come, I will make it private, and if I want to make it public, no problem, then I can make it public. So it makes possible to share and move data between these two clouds, public and private both. This provides great flexibility to the company. If the company wants to deploy it on public cloud, it can go for public cloud. If the company wants to go for private cloud, it can go for private cloud. It helps the company to optimize its existing infrastructure, compliance, security, everything. So they can change between public cloud and private cloud. Community cloud. Community cloud is for a large number of people at the same time. It is meant for use by a group of consumers. Dropbox. So many people can use it at the same time. Likewise, the server services of Zoom, where I can save my video lectures, where I can save my Zoom classes. That is also community cloud. So many people are using this space at the same time. So group of consumers or users or buyers from the different diverse organizations are sharing one common space, sharing one common concern. Community clouds. Charge phone at 5:30. Community cloud may be owned, managed and run by one or several organizations in the community. Means not a single company is owning the cloud, so many companies combined together are using the cloud. So now we have four types of cloud: public, private, community and hybrid. First, public. The cloud infrastructure can be used by anyone. They can buy ID and password and the space, whatever space they want. It is public. The third party company is selling this space to any person who wants to buy it. Private. Private means only one company is buying this space. So it centralizes the resources of the organization or the company. Only that company or organization is using it. Hybrid, combine public and private. When you want to become public, you can go for public. When you want to become private, you can go for private. So it offers you benefits of multiple deployment, either public deployment or private deployment. Community. It is shared by several organizations. So many companies combined together, they have created a cloud and they are using it. So it may be owned and managed by either one organization or sometimes more than one, means several organizations at the same time. Let's move to the next topic. Types of cloud service models. There are four types of cloud services that are classified on the basis of their service model, the way they are providing it. Infrastructure as a service, we talked about it, IaaS. Platform as a service, PaaS. Function as a service, FaaS. And software as a service, SaaS. So let's talk about them. First one, IaaS, infrastructure as a service. In this type of service, the company is taking on rent, means they are paying for it. They have taken on rent the whole IT infrastructure, means hardware, software, wire, everything from the cloud provider, means from the company which is providing the cloud services. So they have taken all the storage space, They have taken all the server, they have taken all the machines, they have taken all the wires for network, and they have taken all the operating system also. So everything they have taken on rent. Okay. The client pays on pay as you go basis, means the client will pay you as they use it. So in this they are the owner, they have taken control of the machine, cloud, storage, server, everything, but they will pay as much they will use. So I give you one example, very big company. One of the major infrastructure as a service provider is Amazon Web Services, AWS. Pay as you go system is there, means as much as you use you have to pay only. Google Compute Engine, GCE, is also one cloud service. Here you are using infrastructure, means you are using hardware. So that's why IaaS, infrastructure as a service, is also known as HAAS, hardware as a service. So now we are owning the hardware of the third party and we are paying for that. PaaS, platform as a service. Now this cloud computing service will provide you an environment, online place for developing your app, for writing code of your app, for managing your application, means for making the application available to the user. You can deliver the application online. For example, a school tree is delivering so many services online: payment services, uploading of marks, showing of result, making of result, everything is online. So here they have developed their software online, they are managing their software online, they are delivering their services of the software online, they are testing their software also online. That is, they have bought platform as a service as per the demand of the client, means as per the demand of the user. We are the user of the school tree. So as per our demand, suppose the school wants to release the result, so result will be made online by the software and it will be showed online also. So the whole platform, developing of app, making of app, working of app, testing of app, everything will be done online. So in this condition, it is used by the developers, means the companies, to make app without worrying about infrastructure. Suppose I am making one app on my computer, so I have to think about the hardware space it will take and the computing power I have to give. So many things I have to think. But here, you don't need to think about anything. Infrastructure means hardware will be there, storage, network, computer network, database, all of these things required for developing the software or the app will be provided by the company. Here also, PaaS solutions are also based on pay as you go pricing system. Suppose if a school tree wants some more infrastructure, some more storage, they can take it. When the time will complete, they have to pay only for that time period for which they increased it. The examples of PaaS services are Google App Engine, Heroku, and so many are there. So here they are getting the platform for running their application. FaaS, function as a service. FaaS is also called serverless computing. Without server, we are doing the computing process. So it focuses on building the functionality of any app. It saves the time required to manage the infrastructure and the server. The cloud service providers take care of the setup, starting, management of server, and planning the capacity. Serverless architecture only uses resources when a particular trigger occurs. Means you do not use the server space. In function as a service, you are not using the server space. Suppose right now my school is not using server space of a company. Okay. So in that period the company will not be getting it from the service provider, means suppose Amazon Web Services. But when one days after, means tomorrow, I need that space, I have bought it, it will trigger our usage, we will try to use it, we can use it. So serverless architecture means you can use the resources if you need. Okay, when a particular trigger occurs, you are in need of using the resources, you can use. Means suppose I don't need right now, I will not use. I will need, I will use. So it is event driven, means if any usage happens, you have any usage, you can have it. And it is scalable also. Suppose we are using right now zero part. So zero part, you do not need to pay for it. When you need, you need to pay. So here one can buy function as a service and we do not need to pay anything. When we need, we will pay. Then again when we will drop, we will have to stop paying. Software as a service. Nowadays, so many companies are providing their services of software online. I told you if I want to convert my PDF file to Word file, I can do it online. So here they are providing software. So it is the method of delivering software on demand. Means if we want to buy it, we can buy it on demand via the internet. Generally on the basis of subscription. Suppose we buy subscriptions of Netflix, we buy subscriptions of Amazon Prime. I have bought subscription of Office 365. So what we are doing, we are buying it on subscription basis, 6 months, 1 year. Okay, and for that period of time I will be having access of that software. I can use that software. I can use PowerPoint, I can use Word, I can use any other software till that time only. So users can connect to the software using web browser on their PC, personal computer, or mobile phone or tablet, but for that period of time only for which they have got the subscription. So software will work only for that period of time. The software application and required infrastructure is hosted and managed by the cloud service provider. For example, for Gmail, for PowerPoint, for Word, Microsoft company, for other things, other companies. So they look for upgrade, they look for security. Suppose latest PowerPoint version comes, so I will get the update. They will maintain the security also so that no can have access of my PowerPoint files, my Word files, my Excel files. Some of the examples of cloud-based software as a service are Gmail, Hotmail, Office 365, Microsoft Office 365, where we get PowerPoint, where we get Word, where we get Access, where we get Excel. So many things are there. Google Docs is also online service where we have to pay. Sometimes it is mostly free, but for some things we have to pay. So this is software we are getting as a service online. So we have to buy the subscription, then only we will be able to use it.